Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Nu. If you've been a follower, welcome back. Today I'm going to teach you about the front and how to get a really light and soft pixel in the front instead of boxy, okay? So like I did before, just kind of show you a correct way to go about it here and then the incorrect way to go about it here, okay? And if you guys have any questions, just comment them down below. I'd be more than happy to answer any questions you have, okay? Let's get started. One thing to keep in mind is if you have the tendency to keep going past this area right here, it's best if you draw like a line here when you do your brows, just so it's a reminder to not go past that area until you saturate your brows enough to when you are ready to go to the front. The reason I suggest to do this is because what happened is most of the time new artists have the tendency to complete the whole brows every layers, okay? So when that happens, you will get a very saturated front, just as saturated as the bodies. And then we don't want that, okay? We want soft and light in the front. So a way to help is just to kind of draw the line there to divide that. Okay, this is the area where I need to stop, okay? And when you stop, you don't just, stop completely here. You still blend a little bit down, but just make sure you stop there. I'll show you the same technique to the front, just so you can use that on this too. So let's continue. I'll show you how to do the proper soft front here versus here would be the improper way to do it, okay? Guys, so I have to re-record this because after I recorded, I realized that my hands was completely blocking when I was trying to demonstrate this part. So I have to redo it just so you guys can see. I'm gonna show you how to do the double section method. You're gonna want to start somewhere here and then stop somewhere here, okay? So right here you can see my history of drawing there, and then the second section is from here to the end, okay? So you start from there and there, okay? What you do when you do the strokes is starting there, okay? After that, you want to overlap this section a little bit and then taper it out toward the end here, okay? So just slightly like that. Or another way of doing it is do longer strokes, and then you start from here and then you just kind of finish toward the end. Either methods would work, just kind of depend on your preference. Move that, okay? Now if you're a new artist, I recommend doing the second methods, just so even if you have a lot lighter front here, you can always add on. When your clients come back and they say, hey, my brows is too light, then you can always go back and add on to it. So let me go ahead and demonstrate that to you again this time. Hopefully my hand's not blocking. I'll make sure of that. I am going to do the double methods, okay? I'm checking my hands. Okay, so this part overlap and then taper out. Checking my hand, just making sure that it's not blocking the view. Now your front is a little bit light, you can always go back in, but be very careful, very, very careful. Best would be just 2 pass is the max you want to go. But in this case, I'm doing it under camera and it's really hard for me to angle it the way I want, so it's not as dark as I like. So I'm going to go back in and just add just a little bit more, okay, so you guys can see. Okay, I'm doing the single methods now, just kind of blend them together. I'm going to put a close-up view so you can see that too. Again, guys, it's really hard for me to work under the camera without blocking it because the way that I have to angle my pen. Okay, so moving on to the incorrect way to do it. So what happened is students tend to create a box. When they do it, they go from here to here and then continue. And then the way they stop is like right here, but they go in one more time just to make sure that all the lines are lined up and pretty, okay? And that's when we get a box. So when we get boxy brows, okay? And we want to avoid that. Let's go ahead and remove that so you guys can see. Okay, so I'm gonna demonstrate how people usually do it and how you can get like a boxy brows, and you want to avoid doing these. Okay, so go in one more time just to make sure the front is nice and square. And they're so afraid of you going over or past that line that they drew that they end up creating a box instead, okay? And yes, we don't want to go past the line that we drew, but because of that fear alone, it created this. So if you're afraid of creating this box, you just want to start a little bit further out and then let it like blend out, okay? Just like the previous example that I showed you guys how to do it properly, okay? To get that equal of blending. Sorry guys, it's just really hard to work under the camera. I haven't found a setup that is convenient for me to work. For now, we just have to be okay with this. You can see the different like flat brows versus something like this, okay? Soft and blend. So I'm gonna show you close up, okay? This is the boxy brows that we did, okay? And then this is the front, the soft front that we did, okay? So you can see how it kind of really just stopped there, like a line. Okay, so when you look from afar, you can't really see that soft blend, okay? Now, the example that I show you guys here, I did it very light, so you can't really see the full effect. But if you have that done on a models, and if it's saturated enough, it will not look good, okay? So we want to avoid that. I didn't want to do saturation just because when we do a lot of that, you might not be able to see the pixel, okay? This is just example, so you guys can see the difference, okay? And if you have any question, feel free to comment down below, and I'll be more than happy to answer any question you have. If you're new here and find this video to be helpful, please like and subscribe. And if you are just my current follower, thank you for watching. I really appreciate your time. Same goes with new viewers too. And that's it. If you guys have any other question, again, comment down below. I'll see you guys in the next video.